as we're playing Reina, guys. That's crazy, and we're winning. That's crazy. But
now, guys, take a sip of your mustachio matcha boba tea every time we say in challenges, because that's not going to stop anytime
I
soon.
mean, this is listen, buddy. There's a lot of challenges.
There's so much history in this game as well. Not only, of course, in America, but also the academy level in the LATAM region. That aside, off to the pistol we go with KRU starting on the attack side.
Yeah, and obviously also the VCT LATAM history. I mean, still just Kesnet versus Nags is a crazy matchup. Just thinking all the way back to when those guys were playing on the world stage together and, you know, made KRU a household name globally. But let's see what they can do on this pistol round, going for the A split, popping up close in main. This is a great position tucked by this smoke. I swear no one ever clears it.
Envy will have Poppin sat here waiting for his time to strike. It's
no one
he does.
ever clears it, man. It's the best spot to anchor.
It does take about 10 years for Nagzet to turn around. So he starts a forest fire every time he turns 180. The rest of them, though, not sure they have the same excuse. There's Benji falling, and Envy were waiting and hungry. And they walk straight into Poppin.
If you're ever anchoring that site, just stand in that corner by the smoke. It's so free every time. Like 90% success rate, I swear, when we're on a player's POV and that's where they're at. Everyone is so focused forward. There was a flash that came through, I think, from Eggster as well to supplement that, which was a team flash, but still had everyone distracted. So, you know, no worries. Envy start things off on the right foot. And unfortunately for KRU, a familiar feeling of losing pistol rounds. So they've lost the majority of them so far in kickoff.
Just the one so far. Early days yet, but one more strike for either of these teams and they go down to the lowest of low brackets, where they will be out of third chances, pardon me.
See what Kesnet can get accomplished on this Neon. Maybe even taking inspiration from KRU with their success in the first game, watching Infiltrator on that Neon find a pretty sizable amount of impact.
Kesnet's a bit more adamant about watching the approach there towards Art. It's going to come in a different way, though, through mid-connector. Kesnet hot on their heels, though. It's under relay bolt, still able to handle them.
Down, mid.
Weapon advantage rearing its head. Kesnet could walk in behind this bolt. Envy done enough for the time being. It's KRU trimmed down to just one Benji.
That was popping there right in time to help Kesnet, who's the only Envy player ever in real danger that round when he's fighting in the link. Good support from the Envy IGL. Flawless round, cleaning that up with ease. Now let's see what they try to do on the bonus. You know, certainly wouldn't be surprised to see this Envy team go for a heavy extremity push here. Maybe something adventurous in mid, throwing down the Nebula up top. Looks like time for the B duelist aggro maneuver.
Yep.
And it looks like they're going to get the fight that they desire.
On a bonus here, but still closing the gap to get some value out of these Bulldogs. And Stingers! There go Infiltrator and MTA. There's some smoke to cover the advance. But Benji only gets one before departing.
Spike down.
This is a buy round for KRU, let's be clear on that. Envy running up on them on the B side.
That is genuinely an insane play from Envy. That's so cool. Just the speed that Kesnet is able to get up there playing Neon, and the timing off that recon was so perfect. I mean, that is the fastest B aggro play on defense you could possibly cook up.
And it happens in a very quick instant.
I mean, that's just like a timing you really don't expect when you're getting out of B main. You know, most of the time, a team will be like postured up around pillar, going for some swings while you're trying to, you know, get on the cross. Maybe when the Nebula drops for the cross, something like that. But to just get up into the cross smoke with the Stinger, playing off the instant recon is crazy work. A really cool play.
Nagzet, of course, is invested in keeping this rifle, but so much of the map is denied from him. And you'll hear a pitter-patter of little footsteps as Envy start to close the net. Wayward there, Nagzet dinks. 10 health in a dream and 17 seconds to try and stay alive. He'll scurry away.
Yep, now just on the run and should be safe
10
here.
seconds
so there could be one hero rifle for KRU in this next.
Without a
Certainly not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, that happened so quickly, that push up B, but it's an impact that's going to echo through the next couple of rounds. KRU's first shot at properly buying up is immediately extinguished by this, and this recon setup is spectacular.
That is crazy. And with this, the smoke in main, so the players that are pushed out are disconnected from the rest of the pack who are, you know, a little bit further back. They can't support them. That works perfectly. And I'm sorry, are we right into the timeout straight away?
Yeah,
listen,
that
honestly,
happens sort of now.
I'm not mad at it. This early timeout, calm things down after you just got, I mean, obliterated. On that anti-bonus. Like, let's take a deep breath. Obviously, not the ideal start. And just prepare for the next buy round that's going to come up.
And despite the rounds having different levels of, you know, weaponry available to KRU, we've seen a little bit of everything from them so far. They try that A hit, of course, Poppin sat in the corner. They don't acknowledge it. Try and work mid, and they run into Kesnan, who's been covered. And we all know what happened on the ill-fated push towards the B side. So we are 0 from 3 on different approaches on Pearl so far from KRU Visa.
Yeah, I think possible right now that for KRU, they're going to think about getting Benji 2 more orbs, so he has the Cosmic Divide, and then they can use that in the buy round and have a set strat based around that.
Yep. When
they get there. I think that's a possibility. There's only one ult really on the table right now. That's Poppin with that Hunter's Fury. Gotta say, Poppin has been the best player right now for Envy. He's been their best shooter up until this point. Like, he was getting some nice multi-kills just straight up fighting on Abyss.
A couple of those with the Ghost on that first
Envy
round.
are not playing around. They are just immediately trying to swing 4 players, potentially, 4 players max to fight in mid. But they relax.
And Governor is the sort of initiator here, playing solo towards A. He did throw a Prowler in. That's not really done too much more than get Envy's mild attention there. Kesnan, oh, that's a big swing into Art. A huge commitment. It's going to be punished. Frenzy of MTA claims him, but now KRU can accelerate. Inspired's going to be a little bit more safe about this, but Clona comes past that catches his attention. Hunter's Fury will be thrown in. Inspired decayed out now. Knows players are on the cross. Knows he's been spotted out.
Inspired just feels like he needs to live to get out. Rossi wants to find a moment to get towards Secret, and actually the plant denied.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, no plant at all for KRU. We're missing that little bit of extra bank. And the sub-plan, I guess, of getting Benji in a position to have a Cosmic Divide is still in play, but he wasn't able to get a plant. Decent recovery after a very aggressive moment there from Kesnan on 2 occasions early in the round.
I mean, that's such a wide swing to go for. Such a wide swing, no info. Oops, there's 3 players and goes down. Sure, recovery from Envy, but KRU are walking away happy to get a couple kills, and they get out the only ultimate that was available to Envy. And now, look at Governor as well. Just 1 away from getting the Nightfall. Wow, I mean, Envy are descending it on this defense right now.
They're not going to give him an all for free on this side of the map.
And look, KRU don't have any prior info as to how Envy are going to play here. But okay, Benji 1 for 1, that's not bad, that's acceptable, but lacking smokes, trying to get into B is going to be very tough, and obviously also lacking now the Cosmic Divide, which could have been a legitimate plan for this round.
Governor did get an orb though. So Nightfall is online.
Look at the amount of angles that these guys are exposed to though, trying to get into this B site.
Yeah, and now they're thinking twice about it.
Yeah, ultimately here, it's like, what do they have to get in? A fast lane from Infiltrator to try to obscure some angles so they can get into a site.
Yeah, likely playing off this Fade ultimate. Odin for Poppin as he is slowly wending his way towards Flowers.
All right, threatening that there could be some pressure towards Art, and then going into Link where there's really only 1, 2 angles to focus on at any given time, and then the split from MTA through main first flashes to supplement this push.
Here's a Nightfall onto the B side. KRU left their options open until the last moment, but MTA went down on B long, and now Exeter was still at large, but in goes Infiltrator. And out go Exeter and Inspire.
Spike planted.
Governor gets the plant, Shock Dart knocks him low. Now to spam will account for him. This evens up the numbers. Now Rossi on the way in. Our drone is going to spot Infiltrator inside hole, so that eliminates 1 variable, but not that of Nagzet.
Crucial 1v1 to win. All the pressure on Rossi right now. New addition to the team. Should be able to get that first.
I've got to say, Nags has been shooting today, man. We are rolling back the years.
He really is. Winning that first 1v1 was crucial from Nags. Straight up fight against Poppin, who's been on point for Envy, but not enough.
Infiltrator, huge little two-piece here. As Inspire quickly tries to follow up after X is down.
Yes, nice!
Rossi made it interesting, though. Was able to make an aim correction and actually kill that player as he made his way onto the site.
Yeah, I liked Benji's calling there for the team's pathing after he goes down and they're lacking the smokes. I think they played that pretty optimally. It was well done.
This time we got much more of that KJ util in mid. So KRU can't leave their options open so simply.
Now look at this. So fast into the link, smoke down, into that B-side connector rather, and they make it seem like they could be all the way up into link. But now pivot right back into Art. I mean, at this point, Envy could feel like these attackers are in so many different parts of the map.
Yeah,
they're starved for some info outside of A main.
That alarm bot being blown up here. Look where Kesner has to play from now. There's just too many lanes for him to cover. He would love to probably just sit and watch Art.
Yeah, at least Eggster is pushed up on B. But these players in A main are going to feel some serious pressure if the execute comes in on their side. And having to watch two separate different angles.
There's a walk down Art happening right now. So now those A main players for Envy at risk of being pinched. I like the rotation coming in from Kesson here, but he's going to go through the Cosmic Divine. He's not sure what's on the other side. Next hits down though. Look at them hold their own in A main. Pop him with the Odin. Able to stand tall. That's a Pulsar broken. Kesnitz, the way is open for him to swoop in and claim the flawless.
Everyone's just hitting crazy transfers, I guess. Sick from Kesnit. And then Poppin just tracking the slide with the Odin is pretty smooth as well. Yeah, everything coming up Envy just like individually. Yeah, you're about to say Rossi just I mean, yeah, Rossi takes an isolated fight, wins it.
Credit to Keston, he like tests that Cosmic Divide early, doesn't fully commit past it until he knows his boys in A main are taking contact.
Yeah, Envy are not playing around right now. Coming into Pearl, foot fully on the gas. Every round, they're pushing out somewhere with multiple players. Immediately into mid this time. And now fast rotate right back towards A as Eggster for a second consecutive round. Just outlaw in hand, all the way up B.
This is so... The Kesnet defense sides, we've always sort of seen this. He kind of pulls a couple players around with him, and they're always swarming. Used to do this with KRU on Icebox especially. Pull them back and forth. Try to be very dynamic. This time they've landed back towards that A side as KRU have really slowed things down. It's just a Sheriff buy here.
And if this hit does come in on A, these guys should be getting absolutely chewed up by this Odin. You would think, but Poppin just waiting for the recon to support Rossi.
Patient from Rossi, he gets the ping now. Some information. He's able to smoke up that A main, but all of KRU are actually in this side. Rossi doesn't have a way forward. Poppin's hoping to speculate, spray and spam into the side itself.
Spike down.
Oh my god, what a shot from Benji. That's on Kesnit with the ult pop.
No plant yet though, that's the issue. Down to 30 and the fighting is getting thick and fast here. Infiltrators found one with the Sheriff though, and Rossi, dangerous game. 3 players grouped up over towards that Art side. And they're not committed yet. Despite though is out in the open on A, they've got to come back to collect it. And Rossi will step to them. This is where Corey really gets stretched thin, Wyatt. In moments like this dynamic skirmish, Envy able to win it out. Spike going loose really hurts KRU's ability to bounce off.
Things really did become a mess there. I mean, Poppin decided to not spam, throw up the recon, but Rossi not really with an opportunity to fight too effectively with the multiple smokes that were down. And when the ping came out, he had a shorty in hand instead. Some nice shots from KRU players. But Envy are able to stabilize and maintain a sizable lead at this point. And they're heading into a round with a dimensional drift for a retake. Cosmic Divide for a retake. Poppin might have a Hunter's Fury for a retake. This is going to be extremely tough for KRU to manage.
Yep. Clearing that turret early. Making sure there's no way KRU can have peace of mind about whether or not Envy are pushed into Plaza. B's the weak side though. Now being bolstered by Exter, who returns. And through mid, Poppin is very quickly trying to at least get in position.
I like this from Eggs. It's a tough angle to predict for KRU. Infiltrator exposed to it.
Oh, he spots MTA for free.
Oh, does he go for more? Does he go for the repeat?
How does our drone could play off that? No. Big game crash out! Rossi waiting for them!
Spike down.
Plaza belonged to Envy from the very beginning of the round. KRU decide to test the waters to transition across the map through there. And it goes horribly wrong.
Envy at this point. Oh my god, MTA. What a second shot onto Rossi. Hold on. Let's see if he can cook up something more.
This guy, when he played on KRU, was kind of forced into that flex role, but he'd always been a duelist. And people knew that. We got to see him flex those very muscles. Extra, though, puts the period on the sentence. And that's Envy 6 rounds ahead.
Tough to win that tight little angle fight against an op, but nice shots from MTA regardless. Look, though, at this point, Envy, they're in the walls. They're everywhere. They
do not sit still.
Taking full liberties on every single round, pushing really early if they're untested and around like that, just taking more space. And Kesnet is all the way damn near into spawn. Rossi's out holding that right side of mid for him to be safe while he's pushing up there.
But you can see how important to Envy that early Plaza pop is.
Yeah, I feel like we have definitely seen this kind of vibe from Envy plenty of times in the past, where if they aren't just running over their opposition early in a series, if they drop a map, something for the next one just changes, and they just start full send every single round, running them over. Like, it's almost as if they find more confidence sometimes in a loss. Like a willingness to just push their play style even further after loss. Like, that's the solution to their problems. Go harder with their game plan.
And Kesnet looks right at home in this setup too. Feels like he's able to find his place here. I mean, you might...
Yeah, he's unleashed on this
You might compare him to the Kane Zero, right? From this Envy team in challenges, right? Another very dynamic player, super aggressive, willing to push the boundaries and play audaciously constantly. So far, he is right at home.
KRU coming in with a very modest buy. As it looks like Envy might be putting some more emphasis on fighting B. We'll see. Extra still has this operator. I mean, he's been controlling this side of the map consistently. He's got weapon.
They're not push up that far, but Extra in a customary location for Yoru to tuck. Extracts Infiltrator here, so how now are you going to push these sides? Dimensional Drip's an option, but you are working with just Stingers here. I think you need to just send it now, as Poppin is going to make that decision for them sooner rather than later. Relay bot catches on the Benji around the corner, and Kesnet will simply convert.
This is the Envy way. We see them, let's just go fight them and kill them. We have better weapons, right? Oh my god.
I'm telling you, right at home, baby. Plug and play option is Kesnet.
They make it look way too easy when Envy start playing like this, and as far as the aim, they get back in that zone. And they are back in that zone after getting, I think, pretty convincingly diffed in the 1v1s in the shooting from map 1 on Abyss.
I just love players that are testing Nagzet's Twitch reflex as a mega high sensitivity player.
Or low sense, rather.
Mega low sense,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. Just get in his face, see if you can get around him before he sees you.
No, that guy's been around the block many a time at this level too.
Double op setup now for Envy. They have so much money, it just doesn't even matter. They're kind of just getting silly. I mean, and why not? That's what they do. If Kane were here at this point in the game, he'd be holding down W with an Odin.
Once again, Envy are pretty active here. Poppin's going to have to hear this surely. He knows it's so awkward for him now that with a player right below him. He knows that. He's going to be caught inside this Nightfall, but there's Case that steps up from Halls. Poppin's decayed down to 1, but he's still having impact. Some utility. Our drone thrown out, and now a Cosmic Divide from Envy. How do you get past this? Kesnet snaps up his third for the round. Spike is nigh unrecoverable.
Look at Kesnet. He's just running around fighting them. He does not care.
Max had to reveal himself there. Rossi teases him out and finds a second. Now that's an 8-round lead, and things are starting to look absolutely diabolical for KRU.
I mean, Poppin is just absolutely sweating, getting bogged by util. Meanwhile, Kesnet is just running around, gun out, fighting everyone.
Yeah, it's the meme of that guy. There's like someone sleeping. The guy's like, got his arms outstretched in front of him. There's like icy BMs and knives in him, and just protecting him. Poppin decays so you can live, Kesnet.
Placing swarm grenade.
Crew are, yeah, that was
Placing
nice
swarm
try.
grenade.
That Crew is back
swarm grenade.
back on the eco, sadly. We've seen a lot of that. Running into Eggster on B, we've seen a lot of that. He has just been ruling this side of the map with ease this entire time.
Doesn't opt to challenge MTA, but actually gets MTA to gate crash away. So no real estate bought up by Crew on the B side at all. Look at this, Envy swarming away. Still on the move. Kesnet now just keeping an eye on mid. It might be a re-hit on the B side, but look at the spike here. Envy haven't made that plaza play, so Crew have the flexibility here to pivot.
Crew and mid, they're just worried. Is someone going to run at us? Now MTA knows that someone is running at him. And so wants that fight.
They could be in their spawn and be worrying the same thing against this team. Kind of have a present fear.
I'm going to try and get in on A, but if they split right now, it will be disconnected for Crew, so they have to buy their time to wait for the players in mains to get there. But this time being wasted is also allowing Envy rotates to be there in time to anchor.
Spire ensconced him in all of his own utility. Look at how low Governor has got here as a result of that.
30 seconds left.
Expecting a push backside, it never really comes. Crew can't get deep enough. Cosmic Divine will need to allow them to have a spike and be non-committal about it, but that's not an option either. Benji is stuck in the corner. Gets on out because Governor bails him out. Kesnet went down, and that Cosmic Divide will linger for a little longer. Needs to be a spike plant here, though.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Does go down, just the wall is about to drop. Retreating into main is Benji. Governor is so isolated.
It's so
Last
low.
player
Wow, but he
standing.
did catch
One
it.
enemy
Oh
remaining.
my god.
Benji, hello, Inspire. He's got to get across here. This is going to be a straight challenge, but he's going to do so through this pesky Astra util.
Oh no! We just couldn't get around the wall.
Just a minor mechanical issue. Costs Crew what would have been their second round.
Not like this.
And a Thrifty, it may well have been there.
Not like this.
Didn't realize it was backed up to that box, and Inspire is not going to give you the chance to recover from that kind of mistake.
I like that from Inspire, though. The second that grapple goes off, he just sprints at him. Well, I mean, that's not much of a sprint, actually. That was more of a sprint into silent walk.
Or win this for you, Mano.
Kind of easy.
Placing sentry.
Up 10-1.
Yep. Very
Envy,
comfortable defense side.
Envy are back. Envy are back, and they're playing exactly like you want to watch Envy play.
Placing swarm grenade.
This is why they're such a fun team.
Yep, consistent in that regard.
And here we go, Kesnet just running up B with Eggster.
I'll handle
No one there? All right, teleport all the way over towards spawn. Kesnet already sprinting towards A. Eggster gets all the info in the world.
Gonna appear right behind them now. No way he's committing to that. Still, has seen all that he needs to. Again, this zone outside of that KJ turret is a safe one for Crew to make their moves through. And this is a pretty early lockdown considering where the rest of Crew are.
Now, what is their maneuver here going to be? They've got 4 going through Art. Art is fully open. Now they have to get into the site, but Envy could try to recommit, and they will. Poppin's in there.
Nothing claustrophobic for Poppin here, though. He knows he's got a lot to deal with. Prowler came on through the smoke, comes to Eggster. 2 down, surely not. MTA at least is able to salvage now, even in numbers, but Kesnet at the back of the site is fighting for his life. And Nagset, last round of the half, trying to make something off it. Typical theatrics, of course, from Envy.
I mean, yeah, Poppin is giving him a chance to make something of it.
30 seconds left.
Does he try to get out of here and go to B?
You see Rossi is tracing this movement across the map in parallel.
Bot coming back.
Yeah, Rossi should be able to hear him here in a moment for sure. And I think Rossi will probably kill him for sure.
Spike
Spike
planted.
down for Nagset, but no chance to recover from it. And a brutal, savage performance here from Envy on the first half of Pearl. Pushing up on the map, really just suffocating Crew.
I mean, yeah, literally every round, all the time, they're running at them. It's just, that is the way of life for Team Envy. Just run it down. And everyone started shooting on this map. Rossi's at what, 13-4? Kesnet's killing everyone.
Power.
Poppin has been on point today. Yeah, this one, man, Envy at their best right now.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Big mountain to climb for KRU to make this a competitive map. Otherwise, we'll be headed off to our third map of Breeze. Stick around, folks. It's a tough one for KRU fans, but Envy KRU can finally start to dial in.
Red Bull gives you wings.
KRU really took Envy to task on Abyss. I feel like they were able to meet them in the middle, match them with that play style. Great anchoring on Abyss. They dealt with these aggressive pushes, but if you want to beat Envy, you have to be that locked in for 3 maps of Valorant. Not just the first, all of them. And on this second map for Pearl, KRU have looked sluggish, slow to respond, and frankly overwhelmed by the raw pace of play from Envy. On the defense side, now heading into our pistol for the second, it's Envy already with 11 rounds in their column.
Simply Envy doing what they do best, at their best. Let's see if we get this early fight in A main. Now KRU retreating a bit after sending that clone forward, so the space will be garnered by the team up 11-1, working into this A split.
And they're going to walk up and they're going to start hitting them one wide. Simple stuff. Infiltrator inside the smoke here. Has to pop through and make a moment of it here, but man, just dealt with by the classic at close range. And that's a metaphor for how this map has gone. KRU have tried to match Envy. They've tried to meet them at every impasse. And have frankly just been found wanting on every occasion. 5 up still for Envy. Barely a scratch on them in this post plant. As MTA is looking to tease someone out of position, force some kind of error, or make his own fate. Nice little double down. X not able to get away.
One enemy
Here comes the dash to Util, and there's another one for MTA. He's on for 4 here. Rossi's going to step up now.
One enemy remaining.
The span through the smoke is good enough, and he knows it. He backs away, doesn't ask for more. 14-4 and counting, but Benji's on the spike. And off to the right. Rossi can't connect. Insane recovery from KRU.
6 shots from MTA. What a play. Well, don't call it a comeback. I mean, I won't. I won't call it a comeback. It's the beginning.
Matter. You've evoked the concepts.
This could be the beginning of something magical, Mitch.
Really thought it was done. MTA doesn't have anything to work with. This is legitimately starting from scratch scenarios. He tries to make his way onto the site.
Dude, that little shot on, who's that, Eggster trying to jump around the box back to R? Little tap headshot. That was clean. That was clean. Envy just back to A main. Kesnet has a Guardian that Rossi throws to him. What a good guy.
Role player.
What a sweetheart.
Yep.
Just giving your duelist a Guardian after you lose the fifth round. Everyone else says blast. Kesnet, you better get some kills though, bro.
That's the plan. Into the side we go. Nano Swarms are up. Denying Envy any push past that box. Nagset, amidst that fighting, is able to pluck Extra out of formation, but the Guardian still alive and in the hands of Kesnet.
Time for everyone on Envy to hopefully try to distract so Kesnet can just start tapping players down, but this one's going to be a little bit tough. If they contend with, that's a lot of stingers, Mitch. Yeah. KRU are ready to run it down.
Every America's coded moment. Kesnet has to step through the smoke. Look at that post-plant retake Util. Tough in the best of times, and Inspire's going to do it now with just the Sheriff. It's not to be. KRU finally starting to build some rounds, build some momentum. It's a long climb.
And sadly for Kesnet, that one with the Guardian will not be enough. Well, they get the spike down too, so a little bit of extra cash into this round where Rossi just goes basically to 0.
And
Give him
Netflix
that
and
gun.
chill. Netflix and chill, guys. Netflix and chill.
What? Does that have a different meaning in his mind than ours?
I don't think it does. Nope.
Looking
Well,
into
look,
this.
Words change. Language evolves. And we become more wholesome.
I don't know if it's evolved that fast, but anyway. Rossi has his stinger now on account of what happened on that last round. MTA about to get that dimensional drift on account of getting a lot of kills in the last 2 rounds. So maybe that can be the crux of round 4.
Naxxed here is mindful also the crossover towards Halls. It's overwhelming though. Benji, good damage on Extra. Patient play, but it's still not going to be enough because it's Envy. Always the same from these guys. And KRU on this bonus haven't really been able to slow them down quite enough. And Infiltrator will have to contend with the smoke. It's pulled, it's a fake. Rossi back into Hall safely now. They can double up, potentially. Doesn't matter. Infiltrator's far too quick and popping. Doesn't get a look at the Neon.
Nice job holding that angle though. Snappy, quick shot from Poppin.
Governor's going to fight his way out of this. Got the weapon for it, sure. Exeter at Poppin both low, but you've got to account for Inspire, who has now made his way to B as well. Not enough time for Governor to make this count. And so Inspire will take him out of the game.
Unfortunately for KRU, they were in position to get those kills, but Exeter hit some nasty shots back Halls. Can we see that from his POV? What was that? It was like a little pre-fire onto the next guy, it looked like? Yeah, almost. Yeah, he just crosshair out, just started the spray as Benji was about to walk into it.
Gladiator B? When do we ever Gladiator B?
Okay.
I don't know.
It's an in-joke, I think. Just like Netflix and chill.
That's
Only
not-
these guys know what that stuff means, you know. We can only speculate why it...
Yes, of course.
Take flight.
Right, we're going to slay on the B side again. And we're not necessarily feeling the need to be too creative now.
No, they're ready to just end this game and take us to Breeze. That's where their minds are at.
All right, here's that Hunter's Fury now. What's there to be found? Oh, okay, Infiltrator picked off straight away. Yeah, this is cooked, folks. It's on MTA, Dimensional Drift. He's going to have to make use of it now.
Yeah,
To
no.
what end, though, is unclear.
It's cooked. It's wraps. It's over. Unless MTA does something miraculous, as he did on that pistol round.
Here's that Dimensional Drift now, getting on in. Naxxed's still on the outside looking in for the time being, and MTA's been able to reposition, but his position, noted they're aware that he and Naxxed are going to try and work these angles. Naxxed finds his. Envy, though, still outnumbered.
Oh my god, they're doing it. Oh my god, they might be doing this, Mitch.
Inspire and Poppin now realize that this is starting to slip out of the grip. They want to try and close the map out here. Double face. It's Inspire v MTA for the map.
Oh my god, they
And
did
MTA
it.
for 4. You gotta be kidding me.
Now, at the very least, his stats for the series, they're going to look great. After getting these kills on this second half, his stats are saved at the 12-4.
It's been to the school of John QT.
Sick pistol round, and now a sick 4K from MTA. Is that 2v4, 2v5? Something like that.
Now, see,
don't
I
even
did
know.
say it was
He's
cooked,
just
but
in.
you said it was cooked with slightly more information than me, so I feel like that makes you look worse.
I mean,
If we were...
I don't think anyone's judging. Everyone in the Twitch chat was spamming GG at the same time we said that.
Listen, people are going to point fingers.
Everyone's cooked. Everyone watching is cooked off that one. They were all wrong.
KRU are still in it. Individual heroics from MTA has kept them afloat. Still an 8-round deficit, though. Still a lot to fight against. Envy now, probably pretty disgruntled after that last round. The Vandals will serve themselves with.
Down B.
They really just want to end this game, and they're just slamming B. But that's how things begin to get out of your hands, between the, slip between your fingers and out of your grasp, is by trying to get this over and done. And then KRU starts stringing rounds together. And all of a sudden, it gets to, round 6, and then they start getting ultimates. And then they win the round where you use all your ults. But you're like, that's fine. It's only 12-7 now. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wait, how did we get to 12-9? This is how it begins, man.
It's the same dark path that many a ranked player has trudged in their time.
I'm not trying to sell this too hard, but, We'll see. But you know what I will say? They do keep trying to challenge MTA on this site, and ain't working, bro.
It might be a time for a little pivot back towards A or something, maybe a little
30 seconds
more
left.
intricate.
Or they could just run defense, right?
They can just run it. MTA is going to be a little hard to dig out of that spot.
Last player standing.
Here, hunting for some exits and find only the one elimination off that round. 12-5 now, it's shrunk to 7. But Envy are going to be back with a vengeance and with weapons this time.
That is MTA getting another triple. Hey, even if they lose this at this point, MTA is kind of feeling nice going into map 3, and KRU, I feel like their spirits must be lifted a little bit, right? By the fact that they're running this back and winning some rounds here, getting some good individual moments.
Envy are definitely giving him no shortage of opportunities to fight. Looks like the look is over towards A this time. Something the KRU, something they did very well on Abyss. They've read into it somewhat.
And Envy want to finish this up in silly fashion. You have Extra ready to pop out of a dimensional drift with a Bucky as Kesnet runs around with his ultimate.
Who's next?
Outlaw here for MTA. It's only popping on half armor though. He's going to see all of this, and he does pop out. Battle though emerges, but Kesnet was right behind him, and maybe a little too far ahead of him. Swung the corner. Had overdrive active, but just got smashed. Okay, fast lane is going to give Infiltrate a little bit of room to back off in the flower direction.
Envy are scared to fully commit there. They want to peel off and try and go back towards B. And if they do so, Benji looks like he's going to be able to kind of meet them at the pass here, but I feel like you won't really want to commit too heavily to fighting because he has the Cosmic Divide to just win a pose.
Play off this side, yeah. Doesn't need to be that guy right now.
Yeah, he's just going to relax. And that's fine. That's chill.
You do have to retake against this Envy squad. Splitting them up with that divide. Envy, no, they can't fall back to be long as a result of this. They have to mostly stay pushed up here. I don't hate that from Inspire. Gets his first and second. Governor may look to challenge. He's going to have to. And wins that one out. But it's even in numbers now. Nightfall comes through. Poppin able to avoid it by the looks of things. He'll have to fall back though. Cosmic Divide still on the table. Benji's still on the map. But they walk straight into Poppin's sideline. No consideration. Make use of that Astra ultimate right now. And Rossi can play from long here. Poppin though caught on a rough timing. Naxet trying to cross. It's awkward. And here comes the wall. Benji won't be there to see it come down as Envy put them to the sword and even up the series.
As awkward as it gets to end out that map, but KRU with a little bit of momentum in the second half after going down 11-1 because Envy just ran at them on defense.
It's not enough to erase the blemish that was the first half.
I mean, Envy, we just watched the most Envy game you can watch. That was just everything we saw in 2025.